And moving on, Arvind Kejriwal's sugar diet row that is in court and a hearing that is underway. Now we learned that the report coming in from prison authorities that has been submitted where the special counsel prison authorities has said that the prescription shows that he was taking insulin but he stopped taking it. It also said that there was a situation of hypoglycemia when he was in ED custody. Blood sugar levels on most situations during custody has been maintained, and that food that he is getting from home is not as per the prescribed diet, mangoes being one of those foods, and he should be following a prescribed diet. Let me straight away cut across to Shravan, who also joins us in the studio to get more details, Shravan, on the diet that has been prescribed to Arvind Kejriwal, how much of it is being followed, and given that he's diabetic, what is his current health condition?
Well, in fact, the demand that was made by Arvind Kejriwal's legal team was that his private practitioner should be allowed to meet him. In fact, a 15 minutes video conferencing is what he was essentially demanding. But remember, the order is now going to only come in on Monday. Now, where does the controversy really begin from, or it stems from? It stems from the fact that the enforcement director did actually drop a bombshell. They said that there was perhaps some sort of a manipulation on the part of Arvind Kejriwal to try and create some sort of a medical emergency, particularly because they say that the diet that he was basically consuming over the last few days from the time that he has been lodged in Tihar jail were all pointing towards the fact that it could basically lead to a situation where his blood sugar could shoot up, and this was being done deliberately is the charge that has been leveled by the enforcement director. This has now been countered by Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who says that he's only had the mangoes twice, and the fact that they're only demanding that his private practitioner actually gets access to him, and also access to insulin should be provided on a daily basis. Now, these are some of the requirements that were put forth, but the enforcement director essentially objecting, saying that this could also be misused, because remember, in the previous hearing, this is what Arvind Kejriwal's legal counsel had to say. They said that all the kind of amenities that were basically being provided to Arvind Kejriwal, they were being misused. Now, that's a big allegation that was leveled, and now they're saying that if at all such kind of provisions are basically given, then it does appear that special treatment is being given because he also happens to be the chief minister of the national capital.
Continue telling us more, Shravan, because this is extremely sensitive and crucial given the juncture at which the case stands at this point, and anything from both sides that can really matter in the larger picture. So in terms of ED raising this objection, Arvind Kejriwal's defense, of course, saying that it is all within the boundaries of what it should be. How is the hearing now moving as the arguments come in from both sides?
Well, in fact, there are two views. One, with regards to the enforcement directorate, the agency perpetually believes that if at all he is granted bail, he would be in a position to influence the witnesses. That is the reason why, remember, his bail plea has also been objected by the enforcement directorate. Now, the charges that have been leveled here was after an application that was moved by Arvind Kejriwal for a special diet to be provided to him inside the jail, only because he's a diabetic. He's a type 2 diabetic to begin with. Remember, the court had already allowed Arvind Kejriwal and his team so that home-cooked food could be provided to Arvind Kejriwal. But now the charge that has been leveled by the enforcement directorate is that deviating from what was permitted earlier, he was essentially having a diet which could only increase his blood sugar levels. This, the enforcement directorate has gone a step further, saying that this was essentially being done with the single purpose aim of trying to create some sort of medical emergency. How does that really help? According to the enforcement directorate, this could basically change the bail conditions, and that is the reason why perhaps they say, or they suspect at this point in time, that there is a larger conspiracy at play. However, having said that, a thorough probe is essentially that has been demanded right now. In fact, you've already had the Lieutenant Governor
indicating that even though this is, this matter should be looked into by the Aam Aadmi Party government, he says that he's already sought for a report from the Tihar jail and saying that there would be a thorough probe that would be carried out, especially given the fact that Aam Aadmi Party has made this allegation that there is a threat to Arvind Kejriwal's life.